Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy MKS here, Mad MKS, back again with another video. Hope you're well wherever you are. Um, I've not been feeling 100% today, so I haven't really got around to making a video for quite a while. I've been procrastinating quite a lot, and I wanted to do a lot of writing and stuff like that, but I didn't quite get around to any of that. So um, yeah, I went to sleep for a bit too long. Anyway, and I was procrastinating and stuff like that. So anyway, this is another one of my Italian footy videos, as the 17th of March was Italy's Unification Day. I'm sticking to the theme for a lot of this month of like Italian football, my desires to attract investment into Italian football. And as ever, I'd love to read your comments, and I appreciate your sharing of the video and likes and support and all that kind of thing. If you'd be kind enough to do to support my channel. If I ever manage to monetize these videos, especially these ones about Italian football, I would like to donate to things like Italian football in this case. But yeah. Symbolically, as I'm 40, unfortunately, believe it or not, I might not act 40, but I am 40, unfortunately. I make these four-part videos, so to like cover 40 ideas, but hopefully not make the videos too long. Um, and yeah, due to my patterns and alliterations, I would love for like such things as, such as my, sorry, due to my alliterations and other such patterns that I use, I would love for like companies, like for instance, Italian teams to be able to attract investment and gain investment from companies, from individuals and companies, corporations, even entire places and nations, even um, that begin with the same letter, perhaps. I thought that would be quite interesting to see. Like, so for instance, Sampdoria could be owned by Samsung. I think that has quite a ring to it, and they both start with like Sam, S.A.M. But yeah, so something like that. And in Salernitana's case, I suppose that's the theme of this video. It'd be by companies that begin with S, as I talked before about in parts 1, 2, and 3. But anyway, so here goes. So number 31, I nearly said 41 then. Number 31, I hope that Salernitana can achieve way more than people thought possible. I think because it's US Salernitana, I think it'd be interesting if US companies corporations, investors, and that sort of thing, and even maybe even the American government itself or politicians in America, or both, invested if they had their own sovereign wealth fund, just like the Arabs do, or many of the Arab countries and different countries. Like I think even China does, and one or two others. I think it'd be interesting if as many countries as possible had their own, or maybe even all countries had their own sovereign wealth funds. I wonder what people think about that. Whether it'd be worth every country having their own sovereign wealth fund, and I'd love for as many of them as possible, preferably all of them, really, to invest in Italian football as much as possible. Number 32, I hope, as I often mention, I hope that they'll do it within the law and not break any rules, so they won't get like penalised, or they won't have any of those sorts of problems like later on, like Man City had. But hopefully, the investors into Italian teams can learn from mistakes made by other companies, or yeah, people who invested in other clubs like Man City or whatnot, like so they can avoid the pitfalls. But yeah, I stick it to alliteration. Like for instance, think of things like Nokia investing in Napoli, or other, like Nissan investing in Napoli, and things like that. So yeah, basically, um, going on alliteration, I think it'd be quite interesting. But just generally, like as many companies as possible to invest in Italian teams like Salernitana. In this case, number 33. Again, yeah, if the American government had their own, if they had their own, excuse me, sovereign wealth fund, I think it'd be interesting because, as I say, because it's US Salernitana, but also like with Saudi Arabia, if they had like Saudi, a company called Saudi, or if they had Saudi Aramco or whatnot investing in like football pitches, training facilities, and things like. If they can't invest in the club directly, because I do so under a different name, or at least like donate to the area, like as part of their PR. Obviously, they'd want something in return, but maybe they could donate to the area to like build football pitches and all that, especially for the youth, or at least parks, pitches, facilities, 5-a-side, 6-a-side, and 7-a-side, and all possible places like where people from the area could play football. Number 34, I would love for people from Salernitana or Salernitana fans, or anyone who knows about Salernitana, in the comment section to please post any information, facts, statistics, data, or anything else about the club. Yeah, basically statistics and that sort of thing, or even facts about the club and its history. And yeah, like worst defeats, their biggest successes, the logo, what it means, what the name means, or things like that, or even what the club means to you if you're a fan, or even if you are not a fan, but what you think about the club, hopefully positively. Um, or yeah, what you like or dislike about the club and things like that. Number 35, I hope that investors and all those involved in the club, as I often say with the town teams as well, Celtic, will like be able to have events where they come together and talk about their goals for the future and what they want to see the club achieve in the future, and how the investors, co-owners, and whatnot could have a role have a connection with the fans basically, so they could connect together, and maybe there could be like special meetings where the club has a connection with the fans, but also that they could have meetings with potential investors, sponsors, donators, and that sort of thing. And 36, maybe people could even leave money in their will um, for the club, so some fans or whatnot. Number 37, maybe people from the diaspora, Italian diaspora, or people from that region but who have moved overseas from that specific region in this case, could especially invest in this Salernitana. But I'd love for as many investors as possible, just generally, to invest in the club. Excuse me, sorry, always got a runny nose. I think it's because of the weather as well. Um, Number 38, I hope that the team can achieve as much as possible, most importantly, in my opinion. Um, Again, sorry if I do repeat myself a lot, but I hope that they'll win as many trophies as possible, which I think, as a fan, is the most important thing in a way. I know there are more important things in life in many ways, apparently, or equally as important things, but in my opinion, winning trophies is pretty much the most important thing for a football club. But I hope they'll do a lot for charity as well. Number 39, I'd love to hear from, as I say, read from other people and what they think the club could achieve, what they'd like to see the club achieve, and that sort of thing. And number 40, I hope you won't hold back your feedback. And I often wonder whether I counted the right number. And a lot of times I make videos and then I move on to something else as I get easily distracted. And I do wonder whether I actually finished something I was going to work on or not. So, but anyway, as ever, I'd love to read your comments, and hopefully they won't be too harsh. And I am out. Peace and love.